Hello, YouTube. So, I was doing this mindfulness exercise the other day. And the exercise was if you have a lot of worries or negative thoughts going through your head, you were supposed to speak them out loud and while playing with your voice. So you could speak very fast, or you could say them very slowly, or use a very high-pitched voice, or a very, very deep one. And the purpose of the exercise was that you would create a little bit of distance between yourself and those negative thoughts. So if I were to do that exercise right now while using a very fast voice, it could be like, oh no, why am I doing this YouTube video? People will watch it and they will think it's ridiculous and no one will ever talk to me again and I will probably die. And then I can back out of that and say Simon, I don't think it's gonna be that bad, because I've created some distance between me and the concern or worry going around in my head. Thing was, it was really, really hard. It felt really, really hard for me to do that exercise because I felt really awkward saying stuff out loud, especially while playing with my voice, because it felt weird, it felt awkward. And I think a lot of us, or honestly, I'm gonna say, I think almost every human being have that little inner policeman who stops you and says, no, don't do that. That would be awkward. No, you can't do that. What would people think? They would think that's weird. Stop doing that. One example I like to is if you have ever tripped and fallen to the ground. A lot of times we first think, what? Did anyone see me? Is anyone laughing? And then we feel, oh, do I feel pain? Did I hurt myself? Because our fear of being awkward, of being weird or silly, is greater than our concern about our, in that case, physical health. Now, I will not suggest that you try to totally ignore that little awkwardness policeman inside you. I mean, there are absolutely situations where doing something might have some pretty serious consequences if it's not socially or even legally acceptable. So, and having a impulse control is a good thing. But I would say, and I probably say this mostly to myself because I need to hear it, but I'll record it just in case someone else out there also need to hear it. When you detect that little awkwardness police telling you, no, don't do that, that's weird, stop, that's weird, that's awkward, what will people think? You should always challenge it, question it. Should, for example, in this situation, I was alone in the room. Yes, my wife was in the other room, so she was nearby, and if I had talked very loudly, she would probably have heard me. But then again, I've been with her. We've been together for like 10 years. She knows I'm weird. She already knows, and this. Except for her, there was no one around. So who would it be awkward to? Who would have even seen me? That would have been a good question to ask myself. Also, another question. As you might know if you have watched any of my other videos, I'm a practitioner of Tai Chi. And sometimes I've been doing Tai Chi in public places like parks and stuff when I've, for example, been waiting for someone and haven't had any time, or when I have gone somewhere to do Tai Chi in a beautiful place. And the little awkwardness police is there. Like, wait, people might see me doing Tai Chi here and maybe they'll think I'm weird or awkward or... And the question to ask, one big question to ask then is, okay, first of all, will someone really notice and think about it? I heard a quote once, I don't know who said it, that people would be far less concerned with what other people thought of them if they knew how rarely they did. Like, other people moving around, they have their own stuff going on. They are concerned about what people think of them. They are going somewhere or whatever. They won't really care that much, and even if they like, oh, what's that guy doing? They will forget about it like after a minute. I mean, if last time you walked down a street in an urban, like a fairly busy street where people were coming and going, how many people that you didn't already knew do you remember now? That, oh, that guy had a very weird jacket. And you still remember them? I don't think so. Another big question to ask yourself there is, will if someone notices, will they have a negative reaction? When people that I knew, or at least acquaintances, that's the word, right? Yeah, have seen me do Tai Chi, almost always there have been a positive reaction, and I think that's true for a lot of hobbies and interests and stuff that you might think are a little bit weird, a little bit out there. But I mean, if people find out or hear about it, they will probably be curious in that case, or don't really care. Oh, you do Tai Chi, okay, so it's some kind of slow motion karate stuff. Oh, okay. Third question to challenge your inner awkwardness police with, in that case, is, okay, if someone see me and they do have like a take notice and have a negative thought about it, like, wow, that's really weird, that guy must be strange, really strange. Who is that person to me? Who is that person to me? And I mean, that sounds fairly arrogant, perhaps, but but I'm not talking about like their value as a human being or anything like that, but what impact does their opinion of what I'm doing have on my life? If that's not someone I know, the chances of us meeting ever again are fairly low, and if we meet again, the chances of us recognizing each other really low. And if this person is a super judgmental person who's, for example, saw me do Tai Chi in the park, or saw you do something else, or express yourself in some non-criminal and not anything that hurt someone, but just doing something or that they thought was strange, and they really was like, oh, judgmental of you, and we happen to meet each other and have to deal with each other later, well, we would probably dislike each other anyway. I mean, if that person is a dick, we would probably dislike each other anyway, so why does it matter? Who is that person to me? Now, of course, sometimes it might be someone who is have an impact on your life, who could have an impact on your life. And I'm gonna change the example a bit here now, because I think it's I think a big area where this awkwardness police might put us in trouble. And I know this is true for me, and have been true for me during my life, and I think I'm really sure I'm not alone in that, is when it comes to saying no and putting up boundaries. Like, if someone, I don't think I'm the only one who at some point in my life has been asked to do something and I really didn't want to do it, but I said yes anyway, because otherwise that person might be upset with me, and it might become an awkward situation, and then if I separate myself from my thoughts a little bit and watch from outside, I might ask, okay, maybe it's gonna get a bit awkward, and maybe that's okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is a situation where that person absolutely is in a position to tell me what to do. I mean, if your boss tell you to do something and the consequence of you saying no might be you lose your job, maybe you do want to say, I mean, maybe you need to accept and say, yeah, okay, I don't really like this, but you're the boss. Other people, of course. If a police officer tells you to do something, you should probably do what he says, and the doctor tells you to do something, even if you don't really like it, you should probably do what the doctor says, like, right? But in many other situations, okay, maybe the situation is a bit awkward, maybe this person is a bit upset with me, maybe they're not, maybe they just accept that, okay, you don't want to do it, or you disagree with me on this point, or whatever, but even if it's a bit awkward, maybe it's okay. No one needs to die just because we have a awkward moment. And this person is really gonna like completely freak out on me and shut me out of their lives because I didn't want to do something they wanted me to do, then probably not that good of a friend anyway, were they? So, to summarize, when you feel, or when I feel, that this little awkwardness police comes up and says, "Oh, no, you shouldn't do that because it might be awkward, it might be weird, what will people think?" We need to challenge that little police by asking, okay, first of all, is anyone around? Is there anyone who this could be awkward with? If there are people around, are they likely to really notice, really care, really, and will they really have a negative reaction? And if someone walking by does think something negative about it, will that really impact my life? Will it really impact your life? And when it comes to setting boundaries and saying no, or saying that something's not okay, the situation might get a bit awkward, but maybe it's okay. That was all I had for today. Peace out.